with Surf and Turf, and welcome back to another video. And today is the 4-year anniversary of me being on YouTube. Now, I know I'm not the most famous YouTube person ever, but I still thought it would be important to make this video. And I guess for today, I'm going to do a bit of a backstory as to why I got into YouTube in the first place. And when I originally wanted to start my channel. So I originally wanted a YouTube channel when I was like 11, and I know, legally I was too young, so it's probably a good thing I did not start it then, obviously, because you have to be 13. And I started the channel, or I wanted to start the channel when I was around December of 2020, so about 5 years ago now. And I didn't, just because it's like one of those things, you know, where you mean to get it done, but it doesn't get done. I think a lot of people can relate to that. But I was like, alright, maybe February, and then May, and then it just kind of progressed on. Don't ask me how I remember this, I do. And eventually, come time December 2021, I was 12 years old. I was about to turn 13 in like a few months. But yes, legally I did start a YouTube channel before I was supposed to, but I didn't exactly know that I was supposed to be 13 yet. Maybe. Okay, maybe I did. I don't remember. I eventually did start this. It was December 29th, 2021. I was on winter break, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I think now would be a perfect opportunity to start this. So I just made a random introduction video, and then I made a video about my favorite YouTuber at the time, who was Dr. Mike. And I did not get much views. I don't think it got any views at all. But it was really fun. And it was definitely a good, like, intro, because I couldn't even edit the video. I think I put a filter on to make the light look better, but that's the only editing I knew how to do. I didn't even think of getting, like, an editing software. But I've definitely improved on my editing skills since then. I had to self-teach myself. And in the early days of my channel, my editing was so bad because I didn't know how to do it properly. So that's one thing I'm grateful to, you could say, YouTube for, is that it has forced me to become a better, a more aware person of my production values. But now I know most of you who are watching this probably have not been here for the entirety of the 4 years, which is literally fine because I basically had no subscribers for the first 2 years, which I understand because my videos were not very good. But thank you to all who are here, regardless of how long you have been here. And I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, as you've kind of probably even seen, even if some of you have been watching for maybe a few months, you've probably seen somewhat of an improvement in my production values, I hope. But another thing is, I originally wanted to do, like, videos about TV shows, but I never really hit that off. I do kind of do that now sometimes, and I also do gaming videos, and I've done a few edits, like an edit for New Year's I did a couple of years ago. I really want to do that again this year, though, because that video was very fun to put together. But I'm very glad I did finally start it up, because it definitely is fun. I know I don't upload as much as I used to. To be honest, the only excuse I have now is because, as I said, I now pay very much attention to what topics I put on YouTube, so unless I can think of something that I think is actually going to be interesting, I just don't do anything about it. But I promise my New Year's resolution is to be more consistent with that, and that really means is making my brain think more, because I know I have better ideas. I just need to, like, put them into videos. If you know what I'm saying. But anyways, thank you again. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope that you all have a great day and a great New Year's. And make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.